Hey, so we are chatting about another episode of 90 Day The Single Life Tell All. And this is actually part two, and it looks like it's going to be a part three. So I wonder just how long this tell all is. Part three, maybe then, I'm not sure. But this particular episode focused on Chantel and Natalie. Chantel, her mom came out. And they were talking to her new boo Giannis, and it came out that she was still emotional about her divorce. They showed a clip and just how she was acting and carrying herself when she went to, I believe that was Rome, with her friends, and kind of just putting too much out there, trying to rebound, trying to feel good again after this divorce. And Giannis kind of sees this, and Chantel walks off just feeling upset. And after she leaves, Sean, the host, she asks, does it appear that Chantel is over her divorce? Do you think that she's ready to pursue a relationship? So Giannis just basically answered the question, said, no, it looks like she needs some more time. She's probably not at 100%. She needs time. And some of the other castmates were like, kind of saying, he was kind of breaking up with her by saying these things while she wasn't even in the room. But honestly, I agree with him, especially after seeing that. Again, when Chantel returned, she says, the information is revealed to her. She says, well, she disagrees. She does feel like she's ready and she's done with the situation after her divorce and her ex and everything. But by her reaction from that clip, it didn't look like she was ready. But who knows how much time has gone by since then. I think it's going to take a while if you're with somebody that long and you have a bad divorce. It's not going to be quick. Chantel says you do need to make new experiences so that you can get over things, but maybe that's true, but if you do, you should really take it slow and don't proclaim yourself to be in a relationship. So if Giannis does want to continue with her, which they kind of left it in a question mark up in the air, if he does continue with her, just know that they're not going to be in an instant relationship. They're going to probably have to take it super slow, maybe slower than the normal of getting to know you phases and getting into the relationship and proclaiming that, hey, we're in a relationship. So that's the situation with Chantel and Giannis. And previously, I believe that her mom was kind of taking up for her for kind of being out there and doing a little bit too much out there with her friends, trying to get her so-called groove back, I guess. And her mom was kind of really just taking up for her against Miss Debbie and anyone that had any thoughts or comments saying she was kind of putting herself out too far. But, I tend to agree with Miss Debbie in that situation. But, of course, somebody's going to take up for their daughter. That's just what they're going to do. But you got to do it in a way where you're still trying to share a lesson to your child, to your offspring, and show that you still love them at the same time. Not saying that she didn't do that, but that is the situation and that is the case. And I can understand from Chantel's point of view, being in a breakup and trying to get over that person. I don't think she jumped right into it, but I've done that. I've done the rebound thing where I kind of put myself out there quickly because I was trying to prove something to myself that it wasn't me, that I'm still viable, that I am still a worthwhile person, and it's not my fault. I wasn't the reason for this, and to just feel better about myself and see, if someone else would accept me, then that would prove that I'm not a lost cause. Now, I'm not saying that this is a good idea, but this is what I've done. I think other people have done it as well. That's kind of what a rebound is about, to feel good again, especially if you were hurt and you really cared about that person. But also on some level to validate yourself, to show that, hey, I'm worth it. This other person was mistreated me, and there's still people out there that see me as somebody that's worthwhile. So that's really why people rebound again. Not saying it's a good idea. She really should take it slow, because we can get kind of addicted to the attention and everything that a relationship can bring. And once that disappears, you kind of want to find the next person that will give you that attention and validate you. And this is not a good reason to get into a new relationship. But if you do find yourself doing this, and this is a person that is a good person that you feel a connection with, then I see nothing wrong with trying to explore that. But again, taking it slow and kind of being upfront with them and letting them know, and being respectful about the situation. For me, I say take it slow. Don't try to rush things. And if it comes up, then you got to be honest and say, I need to take it slow. I was in this relationship, and sometimes you meet people, they also naturally take things slow as well. You don't know their situation or their backstory. I like to try to build a connection first and see if it's something worth pursuing, and then we'll try to jump over those other hurdles. But if I find it's not even anything worth pursuing, I don't even get that deep, and I don't share that much of myself with someone that it seems like it's not going to go to any other levels but basic, and it may just end up not even working out at all. So I don't give all of that early on in the beginning. I don't invest a whole lot in something right away, because you never know what's going on with that person and their situation, their issues, and you never know what just was going to happen in general in the beginning of something. It's really, you have to get to know that person to see, is this worth investing in? Investing my emotions, my past, my history, and sharing all of these things about myself? Or is this something that is just, we're going to end up just being friends and it's not going to go to any deeper levels? So that's my thoughts when it comes to the rebound situation, which I feel that we've all been through on some level. And some people are really good at taking their time and healing, and I think that's really the way that you should go. But if you do find yourself in a rebound situation, I feel that you should make the best of it if you are with somebody that is a viable candidate, that is up for it, that there is a possibility of something working. But still, again, taking it slow so that you can heal in that process as well. All right, so now Natalie and Josh. Focused on Natalie and Josh. Josh's co-workers came on. I think one of the guys' name was either Peyton or Preston. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com. Is that guy's name Peyton or Preston? To me, he is very, he seems like he should have his own show. He was very raw and just basically told it like it was when it came to what he perceived of Natalie, of being needy and just basically being a project. And at least it showed Natalie that Josh cared about her in that video clip, because she was nowhere to be seen. But he did say he cared about her. But Preston, he kind of put it out in the atmosphere, either Preston or Peyton. And he put it out in the atmosphere that Josh does projects. And since he sounds like he's a business owner, these guys are his business partners. They may be a part of multiple ventures. Maybe Josh is another, Natalie is another investment for Josh, another project, another possible business venture that could work. You really shouldn't see people that way, but seeing that kind of turned the light on for me in a way, saying, okay, he invests, he has different projects, is a business owner. Why not do that when it comes to Natalie? I was somewhat surprised that they were supposedly back together after they had somewhat of I think a little bit of a harsh breakup, but I was proud that she had let him go. But it seems like she's tied to people's pocketbooks, and that was part of the reason she came back, because she continues to need his help. They spent the night together. The day before, or the taping of the tell-all, they spent that previous night together. So it's just saying a lot about, to me, what is Natalie willing to do, and how is she trying to survive out here in these U.S. streets when she has no financial prospects. She said she's been going on auditions, putting herself out there, but you got to know people. And the only person she knows is Josh, and I guess that's not good enough to get her in any type of doors. So she has to get into his door of his heart and his life so she can get into his pocket. To me, I feel like they're both mutually using each other and benefiting from each other. She acts like she, wants him to love her, but I feel like she's just using him for her needs at this time. And maybe she does want love and a relationship and kids and all of that, but she's just taking what she could get at this time, and she knows Josh doesn't have it for her. Why did you break up with him? She's taking what she can get, which is the dollar, the bottom line, what she needs to survive for her and her mom. And Josh, kind of like the other panelists and the other cast members stated, he's using her for sexual purposes. And that, even though I do feel like he cares about her on some level, that's probably really just the bottom line, is that situation, the sexual relationship versus the finances, the give and take of the money and the bedroom. These are the things that are keeping Josh and Natalie together. And it just kind of got pointed out at the end of the day. And to me, I think Natalie's really pouring on her acting skills. She's letting Hollywood, she's letting LA know how great her acting prowess is by being on 90 Day and acting like she's so innocent and should be loved by Josh. And she did say, I should be respected just because I'm blonde, foreign woman, and I'm trying to make a life for myself. Doesn't mean, of course you should be respected, but you have to put yourself in place. And why are you going back to somebody that you know doesn't love you, and you're supposedly trying to make it work? Because that's your only prospect. I just more and more, as I more and more learn Natalie, I more and more see that, even though Debbie from previous seasons, the two Debbies were on set. I think they're going to get into it later, but the Debbie that was on previous seasons kind of takes up for Natalie. It says Josh is a mess, but you are the one, Natalie, standing for it, sitting for it, laying for it, being there with him anyhow. And you've shown us that you know you're getting played. You've shown us that you know you're not just being such a naive person that's being tricked. You've shown us that. Yet you still keep returning to someone that you know is not really going to give you what you supposedly want. And people play these relationship games all the time, and it makes you believe less and less in love, because people have all of these agendas. And I at least respect Josh enough to say, hey, no, we're not in a relationship. Yes, they're sleeping together. I don't know how often or all of that, but it sounds like they've been sleeping together. But he's letting her know that, this isn't a relationship. This is a friendship. I care about you and I'm trying to help you out. And this is basically what he said. He put the cards on the table, Natalie. You see the truth, and so you can't push it on him that, he's going to one day marry you just because he has stability, he has money, he can help support you. At the end of the day, he showed you who he was. You supposedly rejected that, but now you're running back to it because you need what you need. And so many times we do this. We are in relationships for agendas to get what we need to get, and it's not about love. I know I've heard people talk about, of course, a relationship is an exchange. We're supposed to be giving of each other and being that part of each other that is needed, helping support each other. Yes, but if that's all that it's about and there's no love there, there's no foundation there, there's no ride or die there, it's just about what I need, and each person is thinking that way and just fulfilling their own needs, that's not love, that's not a relationship. And that's, at the end of the day, something that is a situationship, something that is convenient for you and helps you out at the time, but it's not real. And that's something that, again, makes me believe less in love, and something that I would not like to be a part of. But it's really sad because that's what people are looking for, that's what people are doing, and people are just accepting what they can get because they say there really is no love out here, so I might as well just get something out of this. If I can't get the real thing, then something. And it's sad, but it's a reality. And then it also, plays off of Natalie possibly just playing this part so that she can make it in the business, and using this show as a stepping stone. That's also a possibility as well. So she's playing Josh and playing the whole 90-day system. That's a strong possibility. I probably can say that's probably a yes right there. But it just makes you think about those things, and also makes you think about, being in relationships, really caring about someone and wanting to be with somebody and compromising yourself to still be with them. And I've made that mistake. I've compromised myself to try to still be with people. But then I've stepped back and had to just let go of that and say, certain things I won't do, certain things I won't compromise in order to stay in a relationship that may be fulfilling for them, but what about me? Because I'm compromising myself, I'm playing myself, I'm giving myself the short end, and that doesn't make a fair and balanced relationship. So I say, don't compromise yourself. Don't go running back to people that you know aren't good for you. You guys don't have the same agenda. You're not on the same page. If you guys want to come back together and work it out, that's one thing. But if they're going to continue to treat you that way, and they have certain conditions over where your relationship is going to go, how far it's going to go, what it even is, and you want something else, then please don't compromise yourself. Try to find another way to make things work. If this person is going to help you as a friend, fine, they help you as a friend. There's no sleepovers, etc. If this person's going to help you, let them know, hey, I'm going to pay you back, and not buy sexual favors, but buy actual money. If this person really wants to be a real friend to you, let them be your friend and not make it about the bedroom. If that is what they are trying to do and that is what they are looking at. If you're going to be a friend, be a friend, and don't take advantage of people in these certain situations. But also, if you're in that situation, you know what you're getting into and what you're walking into as well. So you can't act as if you are completely innocent in this scenario. All right, relationships can be so complicated, and this show just tells you that, shows you that. I've related to many of the characters. Though I haven't had tons of relationships, I've had multiple experiences that connect with some of the things that happen with our 90-day fiance, 90-day universe castmates, all of the different emotional dynamics, just some of the different situations, I can kind of connect and relate to that on different levels. So this is why we're here. We are CBiz Media. We talk about faith, love, and trends. We also have special guests. If you want to come on and chat about faith, love, trends, or chat about what you do, what you bring to the table, who you are in your community, we're all about that here on CBiz Media. Connect with us anytime. Email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com. That's cbiztv@yahoo.com. Thank you. All the best and God bless. We'll talk again about more 90 Day or some other single Christian girl or related topics. Or maybe we'll even be talking to you. Thanks for listening again. God bless.